Director of Netflix Fall of Favre talks balancing Brett Favre legacy, scandals. Mississippi legend and lightning rod is the focus of a new Netflix documentary. Untold, The Fall of Favre, is set to premiere Tuesday, May 20th. The one-hour feature dives into Favre's beginnings in Mississippi, his rise to the peaks of the NFL mountaintop with the Green Bay Packers, and the scandals that have marred his legacy along the way. The film is part of Netflix's Untold sports series and is in partnership with Front Office Sports. The Clarion Ledger and the Hattiesburg American sat down with Rebecca Gitlitz, the director of the new documentary, last week. A two-time Emmy Award-winning director, Gitlitz has directed films on other controversial figures, such as Rudy Giuliani. She previously served as the head of sports for Time Studios and has spent more than 2 decades in sports media. This is a story that is very much in the zeitgeist, very much had a lot of nuance, had a lot of things to unpack. So I really jumped at the opportunity of being able to really dig into something that I think people thought they knew, but had a lot more complexity, and that's the kind of story that I really like to be a part of, and there is certainly a lot to unpack. The film explores Favre's football career from his time at the University of Southern Mississippi to his NFL years with the Green Bay Packers, New York Jets, and Minnesota Vikings. It highlights his rise as a gunslinger and his fame in Mississippi, comparable to athletes such as Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods. But it also follows the many scandals that involve Favre. Jen Sturger, a model and TV personality who worked for the New York Jets in 2008, the same year as Favre, is featured prominently. Sturger alleges that Favre, who is married, sent her unsolicited text messages, voicemails, and explicit photos during their time with the New York Jets. I think a lot of this is about believing women. Gitlitz said, had she been listened to, had her narrative been told, I don't think we would be sitting here today. There's so much about her story that people don't know and that I think it felt really important to get out there because there's so many misconceptions about who she is. The film also covers Favre's involvement in questionable sports drug companies and the $1 million in speaking fees he was paid for but never did. The most serious controversy centers on the Mississippi welfare scandal, where Favre is accused of helping funnel funds to a volleyball stadium at Southern Miss while his daughter played there. He denies wrongdoing but remains a defendant in a civil lawsuit. Striking a balance between portraying Favre as a sports hero and as a flawed individual was key for Gitlitz. Anything that I couldn't substantiate, we did not use, Gitlitz said. I wasn't interested in a sort of salacious, rumor mill kind of story. I was interested in presenting facts. There are numerous narratives that need to be unpacked here, and I went for all sides of the story.